What's going on, guys? My name is Hydros and welcome back to some more My Hero Ultra Impact, and today we're going to showcase off the Cheerleader Ochako and see how well she fares in the event, and also some PvP. Now before we're going to get started, make sure you guys go down there, click that red subscribe button, make sure it says subscribe to the channel, click that bell, turn on all notifications on any future videos, drop a like down below, and comment how your Cheerleader Momo and Ochako summons have been going, or are you going to be saving your gems for the first year anniversary? Let me know down in the comments down below. So Cheerleader Ochako, she's an SR MND type, and she's a pretty interesting character. Her kit is very fascinating, but is it good enough? We're going to put that here to the test today. So let's take a look at what she does. She is going to be dealing 400% damage to a single opponent on her plus ultra skill, and also shortening the action skill cooldown of all allies, excluding herself, by 1. So on paper, that looks really good, but I do feel like this is going to become noticeable once you're actually in battle, to where she's shortening the other character's cooldown, but she's not shortening hers. So that's going to kind of become a problem, probably at least to some degree, because hers aren't cooling down fast enough to kind of get yourself going, right? So also she does seemingly want to get her plus ultra like a lot. Like she is dependent on getting that plus ultra so she can reduce that action skill cooldown. That's kind of how she's built in a way. But let's just take a look at her again. So her first action skill is going to be when HP is 50% or higher, she's going to increase all allies excluding character by 20% on their power for 3 turns. Or if HP is below 50%, increases power of all allies excluding herself by 35% for 3 turns. So depending on where your HP is at for this Ochako, depends on what power buff you're giving your allies. And I kind of wish that did give it to herself, but again, she's probably not really focused on the damage aspect. She's on that more supporting side, so we'll let that one slide a little bit. But this one also increases plus ultra gauge of all allies excluding herself by 15%. So I really kind of wish that would give it to her a little bit, give her that extra plus ultra boost along with the allies, but it is what it is. Again, 5-turn cooldown for that. Then her second action skill, Peaceful Cheer, gives all allies a barrier that nullifies 1 hit, and also increases characters plus ultra gauge by 25%. So this is where it kind of makes up for the plus ultra gauge increase before. It gives her an extra 25% here with a cooldown of 6. And again, you're really going to start to notice that cooldown because this plus ultra isn't giving her that cooldown reduction. So you're really going to start noticing it, especially with that 6th turn. So she is an MND buffer, so she's going to increase the skill impact of all ally MND type characters by 15%. And also once per battle, when HP is below 50%, gives character a barrier that nullifies 2 hits and increases their plus ultra gauge by 30%. So that's where you're going to kind of see this. It's also once per battle, so she falls below 50%. She's going to get that plus ultra gauge and that barrier that nullifies 2 hits, and that's it. After that, the once per battle, that's kind of gone, right? So that's kind of irrelevant after the first time. But it is what it is. It's a nice buffer to get that plus ultra gauge. Again, she's really kind of just dependent on supporting your team to where you're getting that plus ultra gauge buff from her, to where then you're reducing the cooldown of your allies and stuff like that. And also she is a power buffer as well. So she's going to give your allies plus ultra. She's going to give their allies plus power boost as well. And also if they're MND types, she's going to be buffing those MND types. So let's take a look at the team that we're going to be running here today. I'm going to be running the Sun Eater. I'm running Todoroki, even though he's not MND type. I could put Lemillion in there, or actually Aizawa, because he would get the MND buff as well. But I kind of want to run Todoroki because Todoroki does do quite a good bit for the team as well. We have Nejire and, Kirishima in the back, whatever. But this is the team we're going to be running, especially because, I want to showcase off a little bit more of the Sun Eater, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's jump into an event and see how well she performs against this boss here. Now, we will come back and do this ultra difficulty when it unlocks on the 18th. I kind of don't like the time gating of this, but I get they don't want people rushing it right from the start. But this stage, I mean, the ultra stage doesn't actually give you like metal drops, and it costs 0 stamina. So I don't know why they don't let you just do it, because it's like you can do it as much as you want, just to kind of, it does help with showcases as well, where it doesn't cost any stamina, but you're not actually getting drops and stuff like that. But it's just a boss fight to be able to do. So again, I don't know why they time gate it. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Let's just go ahead and jump into the very hard stage here, and we're going to select our guest. Now, again, Selecting guests, I don't really know who to really suggest here. It doesn't really matter who we really pick. We could just go ahead and pick, I don't know, we'll pick an Aizawa, sure, why not? Not really too sure about that, but let's go ahead and pick our team. Where is it? There it is, right there. And again, the strategy info for this boss fight, we're going to power up, damage down, defense down, blah, blah, blah. I mean, not a terribly hard fight, but let's just go ahead and jump into it nonetheless and see how well it does here. And then also we'll jump into some PvP and whatnot after this. So then Midoriya is going to be the thing. Also for this boss fight, that Ochako, you're not going to be able to take on that Ochako until the other two are done for. So I like to focus on Ida first, just to get that out of the way. So we're going to give that buff here. Then we're going to want to, yeah, we want to decrease that opponent's defense. So Sun Eater is a good one for that. And we'll drop that on him as well. Boom, there we go, got that power buff. Okay. So again, Ochako giving us that nullification on those hits right there, that one barrier. Really, really good, love it. Love to see it. So we'll go ahead and just do this. We'll go ahead and target that right there. There we go. Again, we want to definitely, there we go, got the plus ultra boost. 31,000 on that as well. I didn't actually see what Sun Eater hit, but that was a pretty good set amount of damage I think that he got. So we should have all of our plus ultras, or we are very close to our plus ultras actually. We could use Aizawa. I actually might use Aizawa on Deku. I don't want to use it on Ida, so I'll bind him. There we go. Sealed him. Good, good, good. That's fine. I do want to focus on Ida, like I said. We'll go ahead and get that plus ultra off and get his plus ultra off. All right, Sun Eater, boom, right there. 9,000, not the most fantastic. Again, she is an SR. She's going to be doing like amazing, like tier damage, right? So that's okay. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to save Todoroki's plus ultra for a little bit because I kind of want to see if I can just knock Ida out here really quick also. Ida might be done for, I believe. No, he's not. Okay, literally one shot left. So we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and target this Deku and we'll do that. So Ochako should clean house after a minute here. We got that barrier. Again, that barrier coming in clutch for those plus ultra attacks. Definitely not letting us take any damage from those enemy plus ultras. Again, Ida's almost gone. I am going to do the power buff one more time. And then, again, we'll just go ahead and just slam Ida with that. And then for Todoroki, I'm going to go ahead and target the Deku. I do like how they kind of did this boss fight to where the Ochako you can't take out as that support until you beat the other opponents. I think that's a really cool way to do this a little bit. I don't know, it just makes it a little bit more intriguing, right? Just to me. So we'll save that. Getting that plus ultra off. No, I should be, no, why am I, I messed up that fight. I let it target the Ochako. I needed to target the Deku. Okay. Oh, I just wasted all, well, not really. I didn't really waste those. We got the cooldown from the Ochako, so that's really what matters ultimately. We don't have any healers on our team. Just keep that in mind also. When use our, see again, this is where those cooldown effects on the other characters are kind of coming in, but you're not getting it on Ochako, so you're seeing that no cooldown until like the next turn, so you're not getting that triple chain, right? So that's, again, you can really notice it. They're targeting my Sun Eater very hard right now. All right. They might just take out my Sun Eater right here. It is what it is. We got the barrier, so that's fine. Sun Eater. Okay, good. We got the Deku and Ochako is done. There we go. So again, those barriers from Ochako do very much help our team because my Sun Eater, if he hadn't had that barrier, probably would have died that turn. But again, it's a really cool one. I really like the way they did this event. Really helps you think a little bit, but that's kind of Ochako there. Let's go ahead and take on some PvP and see how well we can fare against some of those opponents. Oh, the date has changed, so we got a login bonus right as in the middle of recording. That's okay. We'll go ahead and get our login bonus for the day, right? Login. It's all right. Let me know what you guys have been doing your daily singles on, right? So I'm just gonna skip. Got some gems. I like it. Right in the middle of recording. That's actually really funny. So just because we did that, we're going to go ahead and just dump our single I'm gonna dump it into the int type banner because I actually need Shinzo. I really hope to pull Shinzo at least one of these days because I really do need him. I think he's a really good unit, so and hopefully one day we would pull him, but let's see. Could we maybe get some single fire luck for the video, please? Please? We'll maybe do like one match of PvP, but please? No, we're not gonna get anything. Ah, it's okay. That's okay. I mean, we do have 220. No, it's okay. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Let's go jump into PvP real quick and just kind of see how well we're gonna fare against some of these teams, right? So, let's see. I do not want to face Bakugos right now. I really don't. Nejire, not really feeling Nejire. Actually, we could face this 252 team. Let's see. Do I have my Ochako team in here anywhere? Ah, I do. I'm actually going to run this team. I'm going to run the Ochako with Aizawa and also Sun Eater. I think this team might actually do pretty good. So let's just jump in with this team here and see how well we fare. Because I think that this team is actually pretty interesting so far to run. I was giving it a couple test runs a little bit here. So we're going to do that. I am going to just focus on Kirishima. I do not want him getting anything off. All right. We bound him. Didn't seal him, but that's okay. We did bind Kirishima. The healing not happening is kind of the bummer for me because we don't have any healing going on. Let's just go ahead and remove Kirishima's buffs just in case. Get that barrier on. Kirishima's almost gone. That actually, I thought that was actually going to take out Kirishima for a second. Did not, unfortunately. That's okay. Again, this Ochako, I think, what is it? Yellow Jiro? I think because she has a healing and also increases plus ultra gauge on one of her action skills, I think. I just did like all the characters on the website, so I'm like, I remember a good chunk of them because of that. So I think it was Jiro. Maybe it was Yellow Sun Eater. It was one of them. I know it was one yellow character that had that. I don't remember, but either way, let's see. Todoroki. No, let's get rid of the Endeavor actually. Just go ahead and just use all our plus ultras. Skill sealed the Endeavor, take out the Endeavor actually. And boom. Okay. Let's see here. Again, we got that action school cooldown, so that's going to be really good. Let's just get rid of this Todoroki real quick. That's going to be easy target money for us because he's literally weak to us pretty much. Got that critical hit. Not too bad. 14,000 on that. Ooh, they took out my Sun Eater. Okay. Did not expect Sun Eater to go down that quickly, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and bind up this Deku. Oh, that's why Deku is doing a decent amount of damage. That's Air Force Deku. I didn't even realize. It's okay. All right, Deku's getting those dodges, man. No. This should easily finish this Deku, I think. Yep. Yeah, Bakugo did not die to that. Okay. Let's just do this. Boom. There we go. I mean, that was a pretty decent team to go against. I mean, they had Kirishima and whatnot. They did take out my Sun Eater, but I feel like Ochako, the barrier helps, especially whenever you proc that barrier off, especially when you know a plus ultra attack is going to come the next turn. You can easily proc that off. Again, you can increase your allies' power and whatnot, right? So that's going to give you those extra buffs on your damage dealers. And also, again, just everything. She does really work well. She's not like super awesome busted, but she does work fairly well because to make her even more busted, you would have to give her the like increased plus ultra gauge on the first action skill where it does exclude her. So you would have to remove the exclusion to allow her to get that. And also probably the power buff as well. I would say give it to her. I mean, she's not going to be the heavy damage dealer, but I would say that she is going to do a fair amount of damage regardless. As an SR, she's still pretty good. But either way, I think that SR Ochako in the cheerleader outfit, I think she is a solid unit to have if you do need someone to give some barriers and whatnot, right? So my judgment is so far for PvP, she can come in handy, giving you those nullifications on those barriers. For events and whatnot, I feel like she'd be very decent in VE tower to help you take less damage, kind of soak up those hits and reduce that cooldown as well. So again, overall, I think she is a solid unit to be having on your team if you did happen to pull her. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments down below on the cheerleader outfit Ochako. Stay tuned, we're going to do Momo next here on the channel, as well as got a special little short summon video coming up as well. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also, just be aware of, I am sorry that uploads have been kind of like spaced out lately. My chair is killing my back, so just bear with me. So I've just been resting my back a lot lately, so I can just be up and running for you guys after the fact. But again, thank you for being patient with me. Really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.